Hello everyone. In this video, we'll start a new chapter from physics section, and name of the chapter is magnetic effect of current. In the previous video, we had discussed about the last topic of chapter, electricity, that is electric power, heating effect of current, and some useful applications of heating effect of current. In this video, we will discuss about Oersted experiment, magnet, magnetic field lines and its properties. We have already learned about the heating effect of current. The other important effect of current is magnetic effect of current. It means when a current flows through a conductor, it produces a magnetic field around it. This magnetic effect of current was first discovered by a scientist called Oersted. Now let us discuss about what he did in his experiment. He placed a magnetic compass near the electric circuit. When the switch was pressed, the current flows to the circuit. The bulb will glow. At the same time, the compass needle gets deflected. Try to focus on the compass needle. And when the current is switched off, the magnetic needle again comes back to its initial position. So in this experiment, when the switch is on, the compass needle got deflected, and when the switch is off, the compass needle again comes back to its initial position. From this experiment, what we can conclude is electric current produces magnetic effect. We have already seen that current flowing through a conductor will also produce a magnetic field. But the question is, what is magnet? Magnet is any substance that attracts iron and produces a magnetic field around it. So, any object which attracts iron and has its own area within which the other magnet experiences its magnetic force. So, characteristics of magnet. The first point is every magnet has north pole and south pole. So each and every magnet have north pole and south pole. And this north pole and south pole cannot be separated from each other. The magnets are of different shape and size. So here, a cuboidal type of a magnet, we call it a bar magnet. And this bar magnet also has north pole and south pole. This N represents north pole and S represents south pole. Compass. So this compass has a needle. This is the needle, and this needle is also a magnet. So it has north pole and south pole. If we look compass needle only, then it looks like this. So one side it will be north pole and another side it will be south pole. Another type of magnet is horseshoe magnet, which is a U-shaped magnet, and in this magnet also left side is north pole and right side is south pole. Another type of magnet is ring magnet. In your early childhood, you must have played with this kind of a magnet. So this kind of a magnet we mostly get in speakers. And this magnet also has north pole and south pole. So this lower portion is the south pole and this upper portion is the north pole. Besides this, there are many different types of magnets. Now the second characteristics of magnet is like pole repel each other while unlike pole attract each other. So like pole here means either north pole or south pole, and unlike pole means north pole and south pole. So here we consider two magnets, and north pole of one magnet is facing the north pole of another magnet. If north pole of two magnets they are kept very close to each other, then they will repel each other. So repel means they move away from each other. And here we place a magnet in such a way that North pole of one magnet face the south pole of another magnet. Here there is a north pole and south pole, that means unlike pole. So if we place the two magnets in this way, then the two magnets will get attracted and get attached to each other. So from second characteristic, what we understood is that north pole repel each other, south pole also repel each other, but north pole and south pole, they attract each other. Now we discuss about the third characteristics of magnet. A freely suspended magnet aligns itself in nearly north-south direction with its north pole towards north direction. So for simple case, if we consider a magnetic compass, so inside this magnetic compass there is a magnetic needle. So this red part is the north pole and this is the south pole. If this compass is kept horizontally, then the needle of the compass will align itself in the north-south direction, in which north pole of the needle will always point towards the north pole of the earth. And due to this, we use this magnetic compass in order to know the direction. It is used to know the direction in the ships and also while traveling in the desert. Each and every magnet has an area around it where its magnetic effect can be experienced by other magnets. So this area we call it magnetic field. So we define magnetic field as the region surrounding a magnet in which the force of magnet can be detected is called magnetic field. Magnetic field is a vector quantity. So vector quantity means it has both magnitude and direction. The direction of magnetic field is from north pole towards south pole. Now we discuss about the magnetic field lines. So these magnetic field lines are imaginary lines running from north pole to south pole of a magnet. We can visualize this magnetic field line as shown in this figure. So this red is a bar magnet and this left end is north pole and right end is south pole. So these magnetic field lines are coming out from north pole and they are entering the south pole. The properties of a magnetic field lines are: first property, the direction of magnetic field lines outside the magnet is always from north pole to south pole, but inside magnet is from south pole to north pole. So outside this magnet, the direction of magnetic field lines is from north pole to south pole. But these field lines is not only present outside the magnet, but also present inside the magnet. So inside the magnet, the field lines runs from south pole to north pole. It forms a closed loop. The second property is the field lines are closed curve. So as I have already explained, it starts from north pole, enters the south pole, and again it meets at this north pole. So it forms a continuous closed loop. The third property of magnetic field line is the strength of the field is proportional to the closeness of the line. So here the field lines are very far from each other, but at north pole and south pole the field lines are very close to each other. So wherever the field lines are very close, the intensity of the magnetic field will be very strong, and wherever the magnetic field lines are far from each other, the magnetic field in that region will be weaker. So this closeness of the field lines also represents the strength of magnetic field. The fourth property of a magnetic field line is two magnetic field lines never cross each other. So as you have already seen in the figure, no two magnetic field lines are crossing each other. They are not intersecting each other. So there is a reason. This reason I will explain in the form of question answer. The question is, why don't two magnetic lines of force intersect each other? So if we consider that two magnetic field lines, they are crossing each other, this is the intersecting point, then this field line will show one direction represented by A. This field line will show another direction represented by B. So if we place compass needle here, then which direction to be considered? Either A or B. So there is a confusion, and due to this reason, the two magnetic field lines never cross each other. So the answer can be written as the two magnetic field lines do not cross each other, because if they do so, at the point of intersection, the compass needle is showing two different directions, which is not possible.